I'm ready to learn something new.
A spectral figure stands in front of you, but it's not the spectre. She looks around her, confusion apparent on her face. Her eyebrows raise high in some sudden realization. It has begun. Who are you? She looks at you as if noticing you for the first time. I am not a reflection, not a memory. I know that much. I don't fully know what I am yet, but swaths of memory are beginning to surface, though not all of them are mine. Which memories are mine? I can't tell that much. You're a cast-off, she says as though confirming it to herself. A spark of life left over when your body was otherwise abandoned. She looks up and around her as though able to see something you cannot in the black expanse. They're all here. The spark, the consciousness of every living cast-off is here now in the labyrinth. They were drawn here by the resonance chamber. I thought the chamber would sever the connection between all the cast-offs. The chamber was just a lever. She speaks as though she was just learning this information herself. The labyrinth can still be destroyed, severing the psychic fabric that binds you all, but not by flipping some switch in the real world. Your fate and that of your siblings will be decided here in the labyrinth that connects you all. That has always connected you. She shuts her eyes. There is a place called the Resonance, she intones, a door in the deepest fathoms. Eyes still closed, she points to a new portal that wasn't there before. The resonance lies through there. You must find it. Your body is the key. Open it, enter it, then you can stop the sorrow and be free.
Updated my journal.
Suddenly the ground and even the sky shake violently. You clutch your head in pain as though someone had pounded on the inside of your skull. Gradually the pain subsides, the air stills and quiets, but the ghostly woman's eyes are wide, her mouth agape. He's already here. The changing god has broken through the doorstep of the resonance. He'll have to force the door open, though. You have time to reach him, to stop him. She looks gravely into your eyes, but not much time. How do you know all of this? Her brows furrow. I'm still asking myself that. When you and your siblings were drawn into this place, pieces of their memory filled the gaps in mine. I know what happened to bring you here. I understand what is happening now, and I know where the changing god is and what he plans to do. She shakes her head. And yet there is so much I don't know. Who am I? Why do I know all of this and you don't? I feel like I know the labyrinth. Why does it... She bites her lip, unable to voice any more questions. Why does it feel like the labyrinth was created for me? Where are my companions? Are they still in the real world? Are they dead? She shuts her eyes again. When she opens them, she says, They are here, or their consciousnesses are at any rate. They are bonded to you somehow. When you were drawn to the labyrinth, so were they. They are being held just like all the other cast-offs.
Updated my journal.
You can save them if you can find them, but in doing so, you will give the changing god the time he needs to get closer to his goal. I'll try to stop him. Farewell. Wait, there is one more thing. The labyrinth has become a volatile thing. Everything is changing. Even now, I can feel the portal that leads to the resonance trying to close. Make sure you have everything you need before you descend, for once you start, you may not be able to return here at all. Oh yeah, funny that. Alright, welcome one and all, whoever may be watching this. This will be part 50 of Tides of Numenéra. We are officially at the end game, I'm going to say. What I'm thinking I might do is go find my peeps. Who's this? Oh, Atashlio, of course. Who are you? Lady Ansh. I wonder if these guys can help me in any way. Oh, Aretus is gone. Okay.
Yes, now.
Alright, let's just have a little chat to these new peeps. No, leave me alone, you vultures. This cast-off woman is in tears. She flaps ornamented hands desperately in the air, her face stretched in sorrow and regret. As you step closer, you catch shades, flickers in the corner of your eye of what she is seeing. Luxurious fabrics, marvelous oddities, and expensive-looking devices of all kinds are arrayed around her like a hoard, and several shadows are taking it all away from her. She tries to grab her treasures before they can be stolen, but her hands flap through them like mist. Please, she cries, I can pay you back, just give me more time. There's nothing there, it isn't real. What? She blinks, and like a dream, all the shades and shadows fade away. Gradually, she recognizes your tattoo, a fellow cast-off. What a nightmare! My business had gone bankrupt. Everything was being taken from me. She shakes her head. I am not ashamed to admit it's my greatest fear. Thank you for saving me from that. I feel like I've been given a second life. She looks around for the first time. Where are we? What devilry has landed us here? A place called the Labyrinth, some kind of psychic construct. Is that so? She gets an odd glint in her eye. A mental landscape, perhaps, and you and I were able to dismiss those visions with mere belief. I wonder if... She holds out one bejeweled hand and focuses on it intently. Suddenly, 2 vibrating crystal shards appear in the air above her hand, orbiting each other and emitting a sharp wooden scent. Ha! She barks. I love this item. I import them from Haref, you know. They do nothing except add to decor, but I can sell them for far more than most oddities. She grabs the crystals and puts them into her pocket. It would seem this place would let me do more than shoo away shadows, yes? Can you make something that would help me in here? Let's see, shall we? Suddenly several useful items appear next to her. She smiles. Take what you like. Right. Oh, value 0. Oh, well, let's take the hammer. I think Allergern can maybe use that. That's actually a really good hammer. And so's that, actually. Let's take that. I don't actually even know if people could use these, but let's just take it all. Gotta catch them all. Weapons. What about health? Why am I buying? Let's just take it.
These ciphers are killing me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe we should give back the cipher for the moment, because I don't want her to be... I don't want her to have any negative fettles. The hazy form of Artaglio, the captain of the Irregulars, stands here. He's staring around the calm, as if trying to place what he's doing here. He holds up his hands and stares at them, through them. He laughs. I suppose this is immortality of a sort, eh, Castoff? Oh, why not share a drink and form a connection? A bottle forms in his hand. He passes it to you, and you share its contents. A wave of tipsy contentment washes over you, and you feel your body's muscles subtly adjusting to the memories and experiences Artaglio's reflection offers. Alright, let's leave him. I have also leveled up.
Yes.
Many things to do. Stat pool. Actually, let's just go all out on intel. Okay, let's head down this way.
Now.
I don't know if it's like one portal for each person. So let's just pick one and go for it.
Yes.
Well, this is a place.
All right.
Oh. What? What? Where am I? What is this?
On it.
Oh, Muzzoff. What's going on here? Muzzoff slaps his hand at the water in front of him as though he were banging his hands against a wall. Let me out, you monsters. It wasn't my idea. I didn't even want the damn talisman. As far as you can tell, there is nothing physically restraining him. You can reach right through the wall he's banging on. See if I can touch him. You put your hand right through the wall and place it on his shoulder. He doesn't seem to notice at all. Pull him out of his cage. With both hands you grab him and pull him forward. When he reaches his imaginary wall, however, he meets some kind of resistance. His face smashes against a force that you can't see or feel. Leave me alone, he shouts, his mouth contorted, squished against nothing. Haven't you jibbers done enough? You let him go and he floats back away from you. What's wrong? What's wrong with staying in your damn body for once, he says, though he doesn't seem to be responding to you. We could have escaped together, or you could have come back for me. I can't get out of here alone. There's nothing in here. I need some kind of tool to get out of here. You're not trapped. Your prison is an illusion. Your prison's an illusion. No device can hold me. He looks around him, rubbing the back of his neck. If I had something to work with, that is. Okay, so we're gonna need to free him somehow, maybe?
I'm going.
Who else is around? Oh, okay, we can interact with that.
Of course.
It's just as per usual, get the lay of the land first. What's happening here?
I'm going. All right.
I don't know who Loyhan Stolz is, but he has a name. The wiry Gibber gives you a nod as you approach, his lips crooked into a friendly smile. Although his relaxed posture suggests a measure of comfort with his surroundings, his hand is wrapped tightly, almost nervously, around a tattered, leather-bound notebook. Inexplicably, the book seems unaffected by the water. Loyhan Stolz, he says with another nod, census taker and demographer plenipotentiary, sure, whatever, boy appointed of the Giash. He opens his book, leaning it back so that its contents remain hidden, and pulls out a quill pen. Might you spare a moment for a few questions? Sure, why not? Maybe you should ask some questions for me? Is it really a good idea to use a leather book underwater? Can I see the book you're holding? I think there might be something important in the book. Please let me look at it. Oh, all right, but I'll need you to give it back to me as soon as you're done. Oh. Smells: brackish water fouled with schist, burning hair, garbage rotting beneath the sun. It's you they're burning. Your feet are wet, but they're burning too, differently. They're flayed, and the filthy salt water sets your nerves aflame. Why are they doing this? Through smoke, through the pain, you see a ruined land, poison-stripped, murdered. The natives want you to look at a stone tablet. They gibber about a contract graven in the rock, generations ago, a trade, a promise. It wasn't you who made it. You swear it. You swore it before, as the folk first pleaded, and then howled about the living sphere they grew for you. How they sapped the land's health and drove the earth below the sea to quicken the sphere. Madness, pain and madness, your entire life, pain and madness and fire, a few hours and nothing else, then it will all end. It wasn't me, I wasn't even here. Death without reason, punishment without crime, a legacy of ash washed away in the rising tide. Alright, I think these might just be memories, I'm not sure. There is a time to question and a time to obey. As a soldier, you know the difference. As a friend, even. Does she really mean to put her trust in this pendant? His study is adorned with trophies and accolades. A particularly large one commends its recipient for solving a complex fraud permeating the entire operation of the caravanserai. Vanity, the very organization of the room, not a clutter but a catalogue, is a shrine to self-love. As an officer, you disappear behind your ribbons, you obliterate yourself. This puzzle breaker has done exactly the opposite. Obedience, the order is given. Your job is to secure the services of a brilliant mind for whom no conundrum has proven insoluble. To ask, to wonder, to ponder. Those are the tasks for another. Let the endless battle end. Let the dying stop. Lying prone on the dune, the pale grey cloak and cowl blending with the drit, you are surely invisible to the distant caravanners. They can no more see you than they can detect the iron wind howling their way. They are ignorant of the line being drawn across their lives, as ignorant of the calm before as they are of the coming storm. Later this moment will matter, not just for them, for the wind can know no master, but what it sows can be reaped, its fruits fermented into toxins. Your brothers and sisters are hard to kill. Faith is hard to kill. Too many of them still revel in the bodies your father gave them, grovelling for the half-chewed meat he's tossed away. When the flesh fails, faith will follow. No one loves a father who can't protect them. The drip begins to stir, the wind is coming, and with it change. You give those who lie in its way no warning. Alright, so now we're up to silver. Across from you is a fellow cast-off, a fellow officer, a fellow gambler. Eyes inscrutable, cards impossible to guess. The other players are broke, their company's bonuses and leave and even material thrown away at the table. Tomorrow some will die for want of shield ciphers, others will live because a captain drew a trump card. Chance. But iterate chance enough, the probabilities become inevitable, and the battle never ends. It's leave you're playing for you and your soldiers. Nearly every company is being sent to Ansu to deal with the Chalcedone's assault, but one lucky band will have a milk run and a good debauching. Not yours, though. The cards in your hand are low. You know your bluff will be called. Tomorrow your grunts will be in the thick of it, and the slack nibber will be playing nursemaid to an Aeon priest. Luck. Dumb, dumb luck. Grinding beneath it all pride and striving. You're singing. You were born singing. It shifts your senses away from the smells. It shifts your mind away from the shame. You like the doing of it, the escape from being trapped in your own thoughts. You've seen others that he made, cast-offs, strong and fast and beautiful. Human, even a Gibra once, swift swimmer, smelling of burnt copper. To yourself in the dark you sing of them and their lives beyond the ghetto's bounds. You could leave, couldn't you? Any action, any change would surely be better. But perhaps not. Even song has its place, the space that holds its sound best, where echoes and reverberations harmonize. This is your place. He locked you here for better or for worse. You are your own shackles. So you sing. So many memories, so many lifetimes trapped within this place. The weight of it is overwhelming. Alright, let's return the book. Your book is basically empty. The only pages with anything on them are just marked with my tattoo. Okay. I got 2 experience for whatever that was worth. So the only person here is Mazov, and then we've got this thing that we can interact with, so maybe I'll just do that. I feel like this has been a slightly underwhelming video. I thought we would get in here, get all my companions back, do whatever the last sort of combat in quotation marks is, and then that would be that. But apparently, this is going to be a long kind of endgame.
I'm ready.
An obelisk thrusts from the platform like a horn, or a claw, or a tongue. Its party-coloured surface has a shimmer to it and a slick texture, not quite mineral, but not quite organic either. The garish appearance belies something ancient, even wise, that seems to radiate from the obelisk, as if it were here at the beginning or close to it, yet retained its youthful energy. 4 runes are carved into it, symbols of a civilization that predated the truth. I guess examine. They are very simple shapes, something like a heavy quadruple in profile, a serpentine double curve, a 2-tin comb, and a right-angled corner. But despite their simplicity, or perhaps because of it, their meaning is inscrutable. They could be simple glyphs depicting actual things from an ancient civilization, or symbolic ideograms, or phonemes, or senseless graffiti. They could be a warning or an invitation, a name or an epitaph. So goes man's attempt to instill meaning on the world. I like that. Examine the obelisk. You study the strange protrusion, seeking some meaning in its colourful wells and patterns. Like all Numenéra, its exact nature is hopelessly beyond the ken of later worlds, but from your training you have a basic sense of what it might be, some kind of psychic battery storing a person's thoughts or memory or very self. Touch it. As you lay your hand on the slick surface, the patterns move and swell like living plasma. Actually, no, they aren't moving at all. It was merely a hallucination of some kind. You have a sense that this has happened before, this and more. A memory shifts and contorts through your mind like colours on the obelisk. It's just a matter of catching hold of it. A broad smile spreads across your face as you feel the wisdom welling out from the stone. The 2 Gibra beside you, who helped scrape centuries of encrustation from the stone, sense nothing. From your satchel you take a fleshy living artifact engrafted with various devices and crystals. You lay it on the obelisk and watch as one of the crystals begins to glow faintly, siphoning off the obelisk's psychic emissions. You and you alone will reap the bounty of its teachings. As the memory fades, you sense that the obelisk's energy has dissipated in the time you were lost in your own more recent past. The thing that had tapped the obelisk is long gone, so whatever it meant to share has vanished into the ether. Oh, that was a good use of my time. Alright, so Muzzoff is, I don't know, doing his thing.
Ready.
Let's get out of here. Maybe, I'm sure there's some way we can help him. I just feel like this hasn't been the most productive video. And I also don't know if we are actually on any kind of timer.
Yes.
Because the spectral lass was like, be careful, you take your time, your sire's going to be able to do what he wants to do, so I'm just not sure
Let's go.
if I need... Oh, hello Makina. Let's get you. Makina holds her weapons tightly and screams. As you come close, the shadows around her solidify. She is reliving the horrors of the attack on Colne, and for a moment you're there with her. The first militia lashes out with their weapons, and the villagers transform into their monstrous forms again. Her weapons have no effect, and her dying friends gout blood that washes about her boots. Neng, Tick, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. The faces in her nightmare change and twist. You see the first mask, Paja's face, Melmoth, the Memavira, countless faces jeering, mocking, spilling their contempt across her. She fights savagely against the faces arrayed against her, each another stone in a wall of betrayal and mistrust. She's muttering and whimpering as if caught in a living dream, and you can hear her whispers. Traitors, murderers of dreams, butcher, my fault. Must scatter you, burn you. I'm here, Makina. You don't need to fight anymore. I'm here, Ning, she says. The shadows leer and twist around her, and a distorted vision of Paja's face looms in the air. She raises a flame lance high over her head and strikes swiftly. Makina knocks it aside, plunging a knife in the shadow's body. The ferocious heat of the lance washes over you even as the lance vanishes. The illusion is powerful, too powerful to just talk her out of it. In a whisper almost too soft to hear, you hear Makina say, I don't want to fight anymore. Shake her out of it. Come on, Makina. You put your hand to her shoulder to shove her and she lashes out. Quick as lightning, you snatch your hand away just in time. Come on, cowards, she screams. Come and fight. Come and die for what you've done. You reach out again, barely pulling away in time to avoid her blade. This isn't working. Her illusion is too strong. You sense the knowledge you need to help her is in the labyrinth somewhere, but it is not in this fathom. Oh, far out. So it's the same issue we had with Mazov. Oh, Elegant.
Fine.
Okay, so we've got this thing to interact with. Alright, well we might have to leave all of this. Maybe I'll chat with Elegant. Interact with whatever this is up here and I guess go into the next place.